Okay, let's talk about 5 acres up on Duckabush Road, heading into Olympic National Park, just outside of Brinnon, Washington, in the 101 along the coast there. My name's Miles here with Wilco Land. I'm going to show you guys some photos in this video. Our photographer did a really great job at depicting this property. I'm going to talk about satellite imagery. I'm going to show you what the maps look like, and I'm going to teach you how you can go view this property on your own, how it's been used in the past, some of the improvements, and the amenities like power that come with this listing. So sit back for a few minutes. I'll try to answer all your questions and help you understand exactly what we're selling and how you can go view this property. So starting with looking through some of these photos, quick disclaimer, this isn't legal advice, this isn't real estate advice. You as a buyer need to make sure this is a right fit for you. So moving on, I mean, it looks like Jurassic Park out here, doesn't it? This is a really, really cool part of the state up in the Pacific Northwest. For those of you who are unfamiliar and looking to dip your toes in the PNW, this would be a really cool land investment. It's ready to start using today, right? There's about 1.5 acres of cleared open space the previous owner did. It's got a road going up to the property. There's a power meter on the property, so you can hook up to power. It's been, canceled. The previous owner canceled their power. It was about $50 a month, he mentioned. And I'll talk more about that throughout the video, but you do have access to power on the property through Mason County PUD. And again, like I said, our photographer did a great job of depicting this area. The property's got great views heading back into the Olympics, and then also, you've got a clean shot at Mount Rainier, it looks like, from the top of the property too. You'd probably have to clear some trees to get that view, but again, I haven't been out to the property. Our photographer went out to this one. Last time I was in town, it was just nuking rain. I didn't think it was worth it during the winter to go out here and get winter photos in the rain. So, we closed on it. This is available for sale. It's something we've had in the works for a while. And like I said in this video, I'll try to really help you understand what we're selling. So in terms of, you can read through our description. We've got 5 acres out there. It's in Jefferson County, Washington. Here's where it looks like on a bird's eye view west of Seattle, up along, this is a cool oyster farm down here. This is Brinnon, Washington. There's a cool coffee shop, Gearhead Sandwiches. And then there's Gearhead Sandwiches is right there. And I forget the name of the coffee shop. I think it's Catkin Coffee. They make what's called a Shakerado. Really, really cool drink. It's like espresso and some sugar and like condensed milk. It's a really fun drink on ice. So that's up in Quilcene. You keep heading up north. This area is really popular up in Port Hadlock, Port Townsend, Port Angeles. I mean, look at the real estate prices once you get up in this neck of the woods over near Forks and Port Angeles. Then you've got Victoria, Canada. There's a lot going on along the 101. So talking about a vacation home, things like that, this would be a really cool location. The reason why is up on Duckabush Road, I mean, you're really close to the coast, right? You've got access to the coast, you've got access to PA, to Forks, all that good stuff, right? The Olympic Peninsula, Olympic National Park, but, just outside your property, you're hop, skip, and a jump from trailheads, right? From, trailheads, and you've got Marhut Fall trailhead, you've got Duckabush trailhead, which I've got pinned that I've done. You've got another trail up here, Mount Jupiter trailhead, right? The views from Mount Jupiter are world class up top there. So that's a popular one. And anybody who knows how to use Onyx Maps, I mean, you can see, as I zoom out, this is a playground in your backyard, Olympic National Park, right? And then outside of Olympic National Park, you've got the Buckhorn Wilderness. This is Dosey Wallops area. So, I mean, you're just surrounded by public land and access to not only the ocean, but hiking and recreation and hunting and all that good stuff. So a lot of selling points with this property. I've got it pinned here on a map just right here. You can see this driveway coming in. You can see our property right here. In terms of improvements, like I said, it's got the clearing. It's ready to start bringing your camper up there, spending the weekends, things like that. When you are ready to build and develop, you're going to have to, get a septic system up there, get a well up there, or do some sort of cistern or holding tank, things like that. So even a composting toilet. I'm not super familiar with all those alternatives, but a lot of our customers are finding ways to alternatively use their properties than that traditional method. But you don't have any city utilities in this location, and I'm guessing that's why you're looking at 5 acres in the woods like this, right? So you can see other people have built. As we zoom in on satellite imagery, there's homes back here. Plenty of people have developed. You should have no issue building on this property. The majority of landowners actually have built up here. Like I said, the previous owner here just used it as a camper site. Maybe throw a pole barn up, something like that, and throw your camper underneath it. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, this guy's got a massive cabin up here. It looks like I mean, you've got from one spectrum to a big home to somebody simply going up there to use a property for recreation. That's why I love these type of land investments, is because it isn't in the city limits. You're not required to build. You can simply use your land for recreation or investment. So. In terms of like the topography, obviously, those of you who are viewing the property, you start in Duckabush right here. If you are going to view the property, listen closely. There's a gate code. If you run into the gate, you can walk by it, but please contact our sales team. We do want to talk to you before you view a property like this. There is a shared gate code that we will share with you. Otherwise, if you don't want to reach out, I guess you're welcome to walk around the gate, stay on the road, and stay on our property if you go up there. So it comes right off Duckabush Road. This road does, and then here's our driveway. Here's our easement coming in back here, and that shows on this plat map too. You can see the road system in dark here, and this is our property outlined right here. Okay, a 4.9 acre lot. We are lot number, it looks like lot number 4 if I can read that correctly. And here's a satellite imagery of it too, showing that. So that's your access easement. That's your road off Duckabush. This is a community area down here, this 10 acre parcel. So that's what that looks like. I did want to show you guys some of the topography. You're in this canyon here. You're really close to the Duckabush Trail, Merhut Falls, right? Like I said, you guys know that if you're looking at this listing. And you're down here in Duckabush, right? So there's a lot of recreation at your fingertips. That's why people are buying up here. But in terms of like topography, this is a fairly level property. And I did want to show you guys, take a peek. You've got this is Mount Rainier out here. I do think you have peekaboo views of Mount Rainier if you had a second story. If you, let's even get down here further, like it's unobstructed. It really is. And that was a selling point I wanted to talk about in this video, something special about this. You do have unobstructed views looking kind of southwest almost. That I think is priceless. I mean, this is Mount Rainier. So on a good day, I think you are seeing Mount Rainier. I don't know if you got to be from a second story, if you got to clear some trees. I'm assuming those trees are probably obstructing that view, but you have an opportunity to have that $1 million view on a property like this. So that's what the topography looks like, right? You've got the driveway coming in. You can see it really well on Google Earth. You can see that clearing right here, and you've got a lot more area to use on the property. Besides that 1.5 acres, there's a lot of usable space. Really just the back end of the property slopes down like that. So a lot of usable space on this property, ready to start enjoying on the weekends. I think those are some big selling points. A lot of land you need to start putting money into, putting work into. This is something that you can start using this summer if you're interested in doing that. Like I said, anybody looking to view, use the GPS coordinates. The property does have an address, actually. You could type in 129 Valley View in Brinnon, Washington. That should bring you to the property too. We should have that on our website listing right here. 129 Valley View Lane in Brinnon. That should bring you to the property. Otherwise, these GPS coordinates will as well. So hopefully that was helpful in understanding this listing. Just give us a call if you have questions. You can reach us here at 605-299-5553. We do have other listings in the state of Washington. I'll pull those up. We've got them all over the United States, as a matter of fact. But we've got a lot of cool property out here in Washington, Central Washington, Penderay County. I've got some stuff out here in McNeil Canyon, which is about 15-20 minutes to downtown Chelan. There's a subdivision we created. I've got a bunch of 20-acre lots, 40-acre lots out here, just 20 minutes from Chelan, that we put roads in, we put campsites to. These are really cool properties. You can see some of them right here, kind of outlined what we did. Beautiful, beautiful area. If you're interested in getting out in that Chelan region, we do have other properties as well out there too. So, thanks for tuning in to this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. We'll talk to you here in the future.